There's one retirement planning topic that gets entirely way too much attention, and that's Social Security. I mean, think about how many times per week you're invited to some sort of webinar or seminar or lunch and learn or dinner around the topic of Social Security. I get it. I've hosted those things. I've been there. They're always packed. I mean, even look at YouTube. Social Security videos are typically the most watched videos when it comes to retirement planning. But I've got a little secret for you. Come here. It's not that complicated. Let me explain. Before we do that, for those who are new to the channel, I'm Jonathan Rankin. I'm the founder and CEO of Theorem Wealth Management. We're a retirement-focused wealth management firm, and I've been helping people plan and execute their retirement goals for going on 20 years now. So welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our retirement planning videos or episodes of our retirement podcast called The Retire Once Show. And if you've been following us for a while, welcome back. Thanks for watching. Now, look, I get it. Social Security can be really overwhelming. And for a lot of people, it's their main source of retirement income, and it's very important to understand and get right. Studies show that Social Security accounts for at least 50% of income for more than half the households that are headed up by someone who's 65 or older. And it's nearly 80% of income for 1 in 5 of those households. It's a very important program, and it keeps almost 27 million people from falling below the poverty line. People who are planning on retirement typically fall into one of 3 categories. The first are the people who rely on Social Security as their entire retirement plan. They didn't save much or save it all for retirement, and if Social Security is the only thing that will fund your retirement, then retirement planning is actually pretty simple for you. You retire when the amount of your Social Security is more than or equal to your retirement expenses. The second category are people who have saved more than they will ever spend, and to them, Social Security is a fraction of their retirement plan. It's a rounding error almost. It's not something that they are counting on or something that they are relying on. It's just there. Now, the third category, and the one that most of the people that I speak to fall into, is the group of people who have saved for retirement, and Social Security will be an important part of their retirement because it's usually the only guaranteed income stream they're going to receive. And for this group, Social Security is just not enough to cover their desired retirement lifestyle, and they're going to have to rely on other sources of income or their savings to make up the difference. This is the group of people that tend to overthink Social Security. And while Social Security is important, there are so many other things that they can focus on that will make a much bigger impact on their retirement than their decision on Social Security. The most important thing you should think about when planning your retirement regarding Social Security is that if your retirement success hinges on your Social Security decision, then you should rethink your retirement goals. Yes, there is a difference between claiming early and delaying. But if your retirement plan is failing because it shows that at some point you're in danger of running out of money, all because of your claiming decision, then you need to rethink either your age that you're retiring or how much you're living off of in retirement. So let's simplify Social Security, and then let's talk about 4 other important pieces of your retirement that you should focus on instead. But there are always special situations that are a little bit more nuanced and have more rules around them, like survivor benefits and disability benefits and divorced spouses. And for questions and help around those items, use the link in the description below and we'd be happy to help. But for regular retirement benefits, assuming that you worked the 10 years needed to become eligible, it's pretty straightforward. So let's run through everything you need to know about Social Security in 60 seconds. Here we go. You could start at 62, but it's 30% less than if you waited until full retirement, which is either 66 or 67. Now, how much you're gonna get? Well, the easiest way to figure that out is just log into the Social Security website. You can do that faster than this video. The most you can get is at age 70, as your benefit goes up 8% every year that you delay after full retirement. Now, you don't have to stop working to receive benefits, but if you are below full retirement age, your benefits may be reduced based on your income, and once you hit full retirement, your benefits will be increased to make up for what's lost. As for taxes, your benefits could be taxable depending on your combined income. So take half your benefit and add all the other income that you have, check the numbers on the screen to see what's taxable. When should you start Social Security? Well, do you expect to live past 77? If not, consider 62. Expect to live past 81? Consider 70. All ages in between? Well, you have a really good crystal ball and you should consider full retirement age. If you're married, you should really treat Social Security as a joint decision. The spouse earning less should claim first, while the higher earner waits, especially if there's a big difference between the two. Delaying increases both regular and survivor benefits. If the higher earner passes, the other inherits the larger benefits. For questions, please reach out. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the 4 other important pieces of your retirement that you should focus on now that we're done with Social Security. The first is, how much are you saving? Are you maxing out your employer-sponsored plans like 401ks or 403bs or even IRAs? Do you have the capacity to save more money than what you're doing today? The next thing is, where are you saving? You really want to make sure that you're building a mix of savings accounts. This will give you tax flexibility in retirement. So make sure that there's a mix of pre-tax assets like IRAs or 401ks, after-tax assets like brokerage accounts or savings accounts, and Roth assets. Having a diverse mix of assets based on taxation can be extremely valuable in retirement, especially when you get older and the amount of your RMDs on your pre-tax savings increases. Now, the third thing you should focus on, now that Social Security is just out of the way, is your investment strategy. You want to establish a disciplined investment process that's diversified and based on your individual goals and risk tolerance. You not only want to focus on your asset allocation, but you should also consider your asset location. Asset location is a tax optimization strategy that involves deciding what type of investments to hold in various types of accounts to minimize taxes and maximize after-tax returns. It's often a very overlooked aspect of retirement planning that can provide significant tax benefits over time. The basic concept of asset location is to place investments that generate higher taxed income in tax-advantaged accounts and investments that generate lower tax income in taxable accounts. For instance, you might hold bonds which produce interest income that's taxed at ordinary income rates in tax-deferred retirement accounts where you won't pay taxes on the income at all until you start making withdrawals. On the other hand, you might own stocks which generate a qualified dividend and long-term cap gains taxed at lower rates in taxable accounts. By strategically choosing where to locate your assets, you can maximize your after-tax returns, which can significantly increase the amount of wealth you have available in retirement. Now, the last thing you should focus on for your retirement is having a clear understanding of your spending. Now, everybody hates the word budget, I get it, so we won't call it that. But you need to have a very good understanding of what your spending in retirement is going to be, and that includes a strategy for healthcare. Healthcare is often one of the most significant retirement expenses, and understanding your options like Medicare and supplemental insurance plans and their costs is very essential. I've seen so many people enter into retirement thinking that they're going to spend one thing and then in reality end up spending a lot more than they were planning. Now, you can know all the ins and outs of Social Security better than anyone out there, but if you don't know how much you're actually spending per year in retirement, then it doesn't matter what your Social Security benefits are. Just remember, Social Security is just one component of retirement planning. Yes, it is important, but it's likely not the most important thing that you should focus on. And if you're focused on retirement, make sure you check out this episode of our retirement podcast where we discuss why many Americans are not ready for their retirement. I'll see you there.